Okay, before it's not 420 anymore, it is time once again for 420 Quiz It, recurring quiz segment, aka the Blazeball Memorial segment. Um, we're going to invite some more friends onto the couch as we prepare for, let's say it all in unison. No, where's... We have our couch. Oh, look at all these delicious couch friends. Let's prepare for the quiz. Who's that?
That and what?
What could this be?
Who is that animal? Who is
No,
that
just kidding. It's not an Animorph. This is Wavelength.
Yeah.
It's a tabletop party game. We also have a new couch friend up on the left there. Hi, Andre.
Hi, Andre.
Good morning. How's it going?
Welcome back. Yeah, it is. It is morning, isn't it? God, don't remind me.
It's very morning.
Good call.
It's so morning, though.
Especially when you don't have a normalized sleep schedule.
Who does during Desert Bus, right?
Oh, and Boomer's joining us too.
Oh, hey,
Hi, Boomer.
Oh, we gained a Boomer.
I was wondering who the face was, and I did not
So
see the
style.
name.
in our Kigo garb.
I dressed up a lot for Night Watch, so then when I heard y'all were doing Kigurumis, I was like, yes!
Get in on the
Yeah, you came
team.
prepared. You got the memo about the dress code.
We did not tell Andre anything.
Oh, yeah, Andre.
Absolutely no context for anything right
Wait,
now.
is Andre not wearing a Kigu? I just
Do I need a Kigu? Hold on.
you don't need
I
one.
knew you would have one handy.
Oh, my
I don't have an animal one, but I've got. Hold on, wait. Let me see.
It's going to be like
Yeah, there we
Hatsune
go.
Miku or something.
Can you get a Hatsune Miku Kigo?
Why not?
Oh,
It's not a Hatsune Kigu?
Hatsune
kinda-
A
Miku.
Mikurumi? I don't know.
Mikurumi is really good, though. I like
that seems really tempting.
that.
Thank you, Sean.
It wasn't me. For once, it wasn't me.
Yeah. And you know what? The master stroke is he waits just long enough for me to be like, that was a really good joke. And then this rim shot comes in and just cuts me out right at the knees. The tension's building about what Andre's Kigu is going to be.
Right?
It's very exciting.
It's going through his tickle trunk.
Oh, no. I hate that I now know the phrase tickle trunk. What do we
Yeah.
got? All
Good.
right.
Excellent.
Now,
Nice.
now
Good,
we're
good, good.
Wavelength, baby.
Raccoon Squad?
Nice. Good.
I
Yeah.
had to
Oh,
acquire
yeah.
the wife's Higurumi.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we were just talking about whether or not the Kigus are shared in a marriage, or if is that covered in the prenup.
I've got my own, but it's not an animal one. I've been trying to find a shark Higurumi for literally a decade.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
But the
there's-
one we ordered like a decade ago literally never showed up after we,
Oh my
after we
God.
bought it.
You've
At
got a
this point-
cryptid Kigurumi then.
Yeah, at this point,
Basically.
I'm going to say it's not coming.
It might
Yeah.
be.
Probably
Just
not.
a little bit.
You can treat it like your white whale.
Yeah.
Yeah.
White
So,
shark.
I
I've
ordered
got
a
I've got
Kigurumi once. It
full-on-
was awful.
I've got a full-on plaid one buried somewhere right now. I just don't
Oh
know
my
where
goodness.
it is.
All
Audrey,
right.
thank you for filling that space while I dropped literally all the game cards on the floor. Okay. So I think Boomer, PJ, Dearies, Matthews, you're familiar with the gameplay of Wavelength. But Andre and Carrie, here's basically how it works. Wavelength is played in 2 teams. And the point of the game is to figure out if you and your friends are psychic, I guess you would say. There's multiple components to this Wavelength board here. What you got is the clue pie. Yoink. Looks like this. And what I do is I take it and I spin it, but I do it in secret. Spinny, 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 spinny. And then I'm gonna, and then there's it goes in alternating rounds. There's a guessing team and then a betting team, basically. And so I'll take one person on the guessing team, and I'll have them send me a DM in the Slack,
Okay.
and I'll send them a picture of where the clue pie is in the guessing wheel.
Mm.
And you get a choice of these continuum cards, which could be any set of 2 extremes from cheap to expensive, ineffective to effective. They're double-sided. What's down there? bad superpower to good superpower, something like that. You'll have a choice. And then I'm going to close this up and show it to everybody else. Put that right in the middle. And then the person who knows the secret has to say a short phrase, not even a sentence, just kind of a single idea describing to their team where in this pie the clue wheel is. Trying to get them, you see, to the center. You got your 4, your 3, and your 2. So if you can just kind of get them in this range, you're sailing pretty smooth.
Okay.
And so for something like, if I'm trying to get you like over here, right? Bad superpower be good superpower. I would say, you know, something like healing touch was probably a pretty good superpower versus, you know, when you pick your nose, a paperclip comes out. Bad superpower. Wouldn't steer you that direction.
Righto.
And so then the team can, whoever gave the clue can't join the discussion, but the rest of their team can discuss, well, you know, healing touch seems like then you don't die. Healing's pretty good, right? And they just go back and forth.
Flight,
And then
but only for 1 hour.
right. And I mean, I wish that you could ask questions of the person that gave the clue, but they can't expand. You got to really choose your words carefully. And then you kind of direct me to put the little second hand where you want it to go. And then the other team who did not have the clue giver just guesses over or under. And then we do the big reveal. In that case, that wouldn't matter, but let's say it was there. You get a point for guessing on the correct side if you're betting, and whatever number of points in the point pie. I'll try to say point pie 10 times fast.
No.
And gameplay proceeds like that until someone gets 10 points. Does that make sense?
Nice. That,
Sounds good to me.
That,
Yeah.
that was a great. I've heard of the game very roughly, but that was a great description of it.
Okay, fantastic. Are we good with these teams as divided?
It's bold of you to put Boomer and I on separate teams, given what I've told people about how we compete by not competing.
It's also bold
Oh.
of you to put Trash Pandas on both teams.
Yeah,
Is
we
it
do have.
better or worse to have us on different teams than the same team, Carrie?
I mean, how many minutes of maniacal giggling do you want? Is kind of the question.
That's sort of the Zeta tagline, isn't it? Because I don't want to ask you to commit to team names before you've committed to teams, you see.
Ah.
But we can also name the teams.
I mean, I'm fine to stay where we are and see how things roll out.
As team captain.
Yeah.
I will not be able to check DMs for things, though, personally,
Okay.
as driving.
We
It's more
have
than I
someone
can do.
capable of driving on each team, and I feel like that's a good call.
Yeah, that you could hand over the. I'll take control when it's your turn to have to look up DMs and stuff like
Oh.
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
We can alternate. Do we want to name the teams? Well, I'm curating.
I'm so happy it's finally dusk.
Oh my god, it is!
It's a
Yeah.
really long team,
Look
Mindy.
at that beautiful pink sky.
If you just read the first letters of our name, it's Cam.
Oh, nice. I'm all in for that.
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
cool with
team
that, yeah.
Team Cam.
Cameron's back on Zeta.
An
The Cameron
honor.
Memorial Team.
He's not dead.
No, I know. But
Please
he
stop
wouldn't. I don't know
killing
that he'd
Like
agree if
that,
you asked him.
right?
Please stop
Yeah,
killing former Zeta people.
I know.
Just because they're
I
not
turned
here.
Corey into a ghost on the first day.
Oh.
Just there's a whole set of beefs going on. Oh, so we have Team Cam. Do we want to do Team Cams and Team Coms? Just resume the tradition of last year.
Yeah, you know what? Sure.
Okay, well then, since Carrie is driving at present, Team Coms, would you like to go first? You have also one more person.
Sure,
And-
let's go first.
Nominate a clue giver, and with that clue giver, please send me a DM in Slack.
Can I go first?
Boomer,
I was
yeah,
gonna say
absolutely.
either start bottom or top.
Yeah.
And just go sequentially.
Just
Let's do
read
that.
our way up. Okay. Can't wait to send you a picture of this board.
I don't want to be in a thing, or I'd
Hot.
only search there.
Hot boards
That
in
got
your
me in
area.
Boards of Zeta.
Words of Zeta.
Thank
Like
you for
boards
the
of
image, Hosk, by the way.
It's like boards. of
I'm not
Cam,
wearing a
you know.
Kigo.
Yeah. Aw. Well, you are. The picture says you are, so
Wow.
obviously you must be.
Yeah.
Like,
Enjoy this picture on my
It's hard to
crotch.
see, but it is a Spirited Away holiday jumper.
Oh, heck
Fancy.
yeah.
Oh, did I send
Oh.
that to the wrong person?
You're excused from Kigo duty. With
Exactly.
Something that
Qualifies.
cool. Yeah.
It does look very warm.
It
What
is.
if
In
I-
fact, I've taken it off when I'm not on camera.
Okay, Boomer, I've sent you the DM, and I've sent you a choice of cards, so just let me know which of those you would like to call for.
Terrifying would a no-face Kigo be?
Oh, I like that idea.
No. That's a terrible idea.
That would be pretty awesome.
Especially because like the face would be in front until you kind of like walked around a bit, and then it would like fall back like it does when it's about to open its mouth. Mm-hmm.
Or even worse is that it's on your back, so the face is always there, just only when you're looking away from someone.
Oh.
I think I want to go with B.
Option B, okay.
Give me a moment to figure out the best clue.
Yeah, let me know when you would like me to reveal the category.
Oh, the tiny hand is back.
Oh,
the
good.
tiny hand.
Aw.
Oh.
You gotta, you know. Oh, I just
Gotta
don't
have
want
the
to.
tiny
Gotta
hand.
protect my and special guest star this year. Large hand, medium-sized hand. It's me and my son.
Oh my goodness.
Gonna puppeteer it with the tiny hand.
Ah.
I don't feel comfortable with this anymore.
Oh, you were so down to play. You were such a good sport, and now, hand.
No one said there would be tiny hands involved.
There's always that's my secret cap, and I'm always tiny hands.
Okay, I'm ready to make everyone deeply suspicious of me with my answer.
Oh, we're already there, Boomer. But your category is underrated weapon on your left to overrated weapon on your right.
Hmm.
And Boomer, what is the clue?
Poison.
God, I have not hung out with Boomer enough to know where Boomer stands on poisoning people, but I am still alive, so. And I have had Boomer's baked goods.
And
Back
you're
when
still
we
alive.
could get
You live to
together.
tell the tale.
Wait, I don't know, like 30%.
That you feel that it's more underrated than overrated, eh? Yeah.
I think so.
And you could make
Yeah?
fine adjustments in terms of these little nobules on the clue wheel if you like. Sort
Right.
of peaks v troughs.
Actually, I'm comfortable there. Yeah.
It's like because it's a weapon that shows up sometimes, especially in mystery novels or shows, but it's not like overtly all over the place like a gun.
And it'd be hard to say that it's an overrated weapon. Like it's actually just a very good, strong thing, even if it is slow acting and it's more like stealthy.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah. But that's hard. You can't be in a fight with poison. Well, you can actually. You can be right up front with poison too. Would you move it up a hair? Would you move it to like up towards out of the trough and into that bump a little bit higher? Like maybe there.
Right there in the center.
it's fine with me.
Okay. So we would lock that in, would we?
Yeah, I'm chill with it if you are.
All right. I'm
Okay.
comfortable too.
Okay, so then Team Cams, do you bet more over or under? More towards under or more literally over and under. That's the category this time.
I'm thinking more towards over. So I just recently reread the Poisoner's Handbook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go on.
It's a book about the history of figuring out forensic pathology when it comes to poisoning.
Oh heck.
Mhm, mhm.
You're
Very
very qualified
good.
for this quiz.
Or at least this question. But the thing that it kept coming back to is it's very, very easy to figure out poisoning and
Mhm.
tracing poisons.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking at least 50%.
But they're also super duper effective. Like, this isn't a question about how
Thi-
likely you are to get caught. It's a question about how dead you can make someone with a poison.
So the issue with the poison is that it doesn't say underrated or overrated assassination tool, and weapon
True.
implies sort of like use in some multiple situations, and if you don't like ingest the poison or if you don't deliver to their internal organisms in some manner, it's just not going to do anything. You can't just spit poison in someone's eye and hope that it takes effect 99% of the time.
Definitely depends on the poison
Unless you have really good aim.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
really good spit poison.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So obviously, you know. But I think that it's generally like less effective than just like a piece of wood. So
But it's not a question of efficacy, mind you. It's a question of how is it appreciated as a tool of murder.
because
Or even
of that,
just
I think
a
it's
slaughter.
overrated.
Okay. So that skews towards over. You're skewing towards over, Team Cams. Is that what I'm hearing?
I'll go with it.
Cool.
Okay. Well then, let's find out
Yeah.
who's that
Alright.
wavelength.
Oh,
Damn.
damn. Sorry,
Whoa.
Peach. You had it read right.
No worries. I mean, still
My
good.
reasoning is that poison is usually thought of as a coward's weapon,
Yep.
or if you're being misogynistic, a woman's weapon.
That's exactly what I
Well,
figured. You'd
I
think.
think it's what you use if you don't have the guts to stab somebody in a lot of ways that it's talked about in media that I've consumed. But, like, that's just people who don't think ahead wanting to put down people who do think ahead so they don't have to be scared of them.
That's just folks who don't like
Yeah.
efficiency.
And Matthews, in your research, is it possible to trace poison to who poisoned somebody? Like, can you fingerprint off of a poison?
Depending.
Depends
So
on
there
how rare the
was-
poison is.
How rare the poison is, there was a famous noble couple, I am blanking on their name, but they actually found their underground poison workshop, and that
Ooh,
cleared a lot of
amazing.
things up really quickly.
Yeah.
Technically, anything's a poison in the right concentration.
Mm-hmm.
Like a
And
polar
any-
bear
Also
liver.
true.
Any room with
Or
a
a
sink and a
polar
Bunsen
bear.
burner is a poison workshop. If you're determined.
You can poison someone with a banana. You just need a lot of banana.
Well, excellent. That was not like a full-blown soul read, but that was a decisive for Team Comms and a brisk discussion on both sides. Well done, everybody.
Well, if we can keep that pace even tighter, then yeah, we can get through a lot of questions.
Yeah, yeah. It's just you kind of keep shooting for the middle, just adequate
Yeah.
answers each time. Then we
Yeah,
can play for
that's all
hours.
I ask.
Yeah. This answer is fine.
So Team Cam, Carrie is driving. So as long as she doesn't have to look at DM, she could continue to drive, or could be the clue giver.
Well, we can
Or you can
start
throw
at
it
the
to
bottom
your-
of our row as well with Matthews.
Okay.
If Matthews is up
Cool.
for it.
Yeah.
I'm good. Okay, I'm very excited about.
Don't mean to volunteer you. Sorry.
No, you're
no, totally cool.
I'm naming you the team captain, Carrie. So that is your prerogative, especially because you're driving. Okay, try to.
So much responsibility. So many mouths to feed. Gotta provide for your livelihoods now.
trivia questions, Mama.
Now I'm responsible for your lives. Oh no.
Okay, Matthews. Hopefully, I keep thinking I'm gonna post this image into the Shift channel and just look like a real dingus.
Mm,
Do it, do it.
What is an overrated weapon in your estimation, Boomer?
Nunchucks.
Mm. Yeah.
If
Ask
you've got
and
the
answer.
training for them, good for you. But the number of people who think they can just swing the thing around and no.
End up
No.
harming their own anatomy instead. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
If you're fighting a guy in the street and he drops some, you don't bother picking him up. Wait until you like fight someone who drops a knife or a turkey leg.
Is that not the origin story of Lord and Ready Run? Is some nunchuck mishap?
Well, there's definitely that's the first video I think that we did that went hard viral that
Yeah.
people still think was not staged in the slightest.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't fake. I mean, you guys are not known for your practical effects.
No, it was half staged. I think was the idea.
Yeah.
Because the hitting himself in the nuts was completely staged. Stepping on the skateboard and eating bus was completely by surprise. So a little from column A, a little from column B.
He's a method actor, that Graham.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with B.
Okay. Have you thought of a clue? Let me know when
I
you're ready
have.
to. Okay. So then your clue is quiet place to loud place. Quiet on the left, loud on the right. What is the clue, Matthews?
A grocery store on a Thursday.
Ooh.
Huh. So my experience, grocery stores are always loud because there's always people in them, unless it's like
Mm.
an overnight, like a midnight at Thrifty's. But it's Thursday is not a super busy day
Yeah.
comparatively.
I tend to think of grocery stores being pretty quiet on Thursdays, but I don't know why. Like I would put it at probably around 25,
Oh,
20%.
You think really low, eh?
Yeah. Like
Okay, okay. Go ahead.
if absolutely quiet is a closed grocery store, right?
Okay, okay.
But I might be, I don't know, maybe I'm thinking it about evening time on Thursday too much. I don't know what Thursday daytime would be like.
Yeah. So it's weird because so the way I think grocery store is that there's always people needing food.
Yeah.
So there's always people getting food, which means that there's always some sort of business. There's always stock. There's always customers. There's the beep of the cashiers. There's the shuffle of carts going up and down aisles. So there's always something going on.
Mhm.
But it's gonna be a slower day than normal. Because Thursday's kind of the well, I mean here a lot of our deals start on Thursday, so that's actually kind of a busy day locally in Victoria. 'Cause most deals start in the Wednesday, Thursday, Friday week.
Ah.
So
I'm
I'm
trying to-
your gut was right in the last one. I'm willing to go with you on this one.
Well,
That
I
more
know-
more in the lower end.
To be fair, I do know Boomer better than Matthews, but do you want to where would your gut put it, Andre?
I probably would have put it definitely below half because it's if we wanted loud, we would have been Saturday morning or
Yeah.
right. So maybe I don't know, maybe another 5% up. Very
Yeah.
very similar to the range of the last question.
Yeah, let's go for that. Maybe 30. I think 30% was where the last question started.
Can you put it to me in terms of peaks and troughs?
One.
I'm pretty happy with that.
Yeah, I think where you've got it is what I was thinking.
More
5
quiet
peaks,
than loud, but not silent.
Yeah.
the peak after the fifth, or the trough after the fifth peak is what I was thinking. From the left,
That's an excellent. Yeah, right there.
if I counted correctly.
Yeah.
Assuming we're talking about the first peak right at the handle.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm happy with that.
Okay.
You locked in?
Sure.
Cool, because I've been dying to say, okay, I think Matthews, in terms of quiet and loud places, thinking aircraft carrier versus graveyard at 3 a.m.
Oh. Fair. Okay.
Oh.
right?
Broader range.
It
Yeah.
could be a huge range here. And so where would you put that grocery store is what I'm wondering.
I'm thinking the fact that it's a grocery store means it's not a quiet place.
Right?
Quiet place.
But it was
What are directions?
specified on a Thursday, which means that the specific idea of grocery store in a quiet place would mean that they were thinking of, well, when else is a grocery store loud versus quiet? And a grocery store at 3 a.m. on a Thursday versus grocery store at at probably like 4 p.m., 4:30 p.m. on a Saturday, like that kind of idea. So maybe I'm thinking like they're pretty close to where they need to be.
I'm thinking we bet higher for safety.
I think so too.
Because I
Yeah.
don't think that this is a clue that's supposed to mean super duper low. And I mean, higher is the bigger chunk. And
I'm
I
with
think higher is more likely to be the inaccuracy if they're wrong.
Yeah, so I would also say it's going to be higher.
I should not
Yeah,
keep nodding along and when I agree with things you say.
I was thinking like the such specificity of a grocery store, and then the day it was happening. But when you came in with your X versus Y argument, then that
This-
blew it wide open.
It could be a huge continuum for all we know. So yeah.
Yeah. The only thought I had was if we were in the grocery store scale only, Thursday would be quieter because people get paid on Friday. But that's if we're sticking to that scale. But
Yeah.
let's go over and see what happens.
All right.
Okay.
Let's see how I've misled you all.
Indeed, let's see what happens.
Ah, yeah!
That was-
So, Andre, you remember how you said that a lot of deals start on Thursdays?
Yeah.
Yeah, and somehow, in my personal experience, everybody's like, I want to beat the weekend rush, so I'm going to go on a Thursday.
Yeah. It's weird because like I've got a lot of smaller groceries around. It's like, okay, well, even though it's busy, it's not like maniacally loud in there. So it's like it's kind of that's a hard one. That's a hard one to judge in there. Very very large range.
So I
And
think
to be fair, I think you did a good job of
I-
breaking
That's a
it. I
point
just
for-
had some feelings that were not necessarily well based on
No
what
worries.
Thursdays at grocery stores look like.
oh, hello, Dan Jones.
Dan Jones!
Oh, the
hi
eponymous
there.
Dan Jones.
Thank you for a raid. We really appreciate that. Stick around, everybody. You're watching Zeta Shift on Desert Bus for Hope. We've got probably a little over an hour left of what we're doing, and then it'll tick over to Dawn Guard.
Hello,
believe it's-
acolytes of the jingle. Welcome to our stream.
I think it's 1 point if the opposing team gets it.
Yeah, 1 point for a correct bet.
All right.
It's all right. We give them a little bit of a lead. Now we can really wrap this up.
You're just building the dramatic tension.
Oh, absolutely. It's
Exact-
all about the storyline.
Yeah, yeah. we
Lulling
gotta
them into
consider-
a false sense of security.
That's the spirit. Now we're wavelengthing. I've sent the coordinates to the next clue giver.
I see the question in chat. Carrie's controlling the bus. You can tell because she has the little wheel in the bottom of her
Little
picture.
steering wheel.
That one.
When is a grocery store the most quiet then?
I have
And
to.
it's closed, of course.
Yeah, I have to assume
Yeah.
it's 3 a.m. You know, when everyone else has gotten over all the bus boys are just kind of like, sitting in the back, smoking weed because they're kind of like, I've already put my stuff out. I'm here
Everybody's
to...
gorged themselves on bargains.
Yeah.
I would think like maybe a Tuesday
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday early on in the day.
Tuesdays here, senior nights.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
All right.
But that's specifically
Oh.
the grocery store I frequent most often.
A, B, or
so.
C, PJ.
We're going to go with A.
Okay. So let me
We're
know
going
when
to go
you're...
with. Go ahead.
Oh, wait, there we go. So your category is sport on your left and game on your right.
Can't wait.
Oh
Do
boy.
you
Clue,
like
PJ.
do you like games from video to not video?
When is a sport
Chess.
game?
Oh, damn.
Oh,
Boomer, I'm thinking 75%.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
Because depending on how you want to define a sport, most of the things people tend to lean on is things like sports are feats of physical prowess, and they may or may not have strategic elements, but it's
Yeah.
more about getting out and doing things, whereas chess is competitive and might have some of the elements some people expect of a sport and the culture around it, but the activity itself is pretty strongly game.
So would you
But
turn it?
I'm not really comfortable saying like all the way down, but 75% is like as low as I would like.
So would you turn up a hair?
Yeah, let's turn it up a hair.
Turn up to the bump. Turn out of the trough up to the bump.
In which direction?
Up. Turn.
Higher.
Turn it higher. Yeah, right there. I think is great.
Yeah, that feels pretty good to me.
You think that feels good, Peach? You're not allowed to answer. Don't actually. Damn.
Heather, do you want to weigh in on this?
Chess, sport or game?
I put it there.
Yeah, cool. All right, we pass.
I'm thinking a little more sport.
Yeah, so here's the thing. Like grandmasters at chess, when they compete, they go through more calories just thinking than marathon runners do running, is my understanding.
Yeah. It's
Oh
also
yeah,
one
I've
of the
heard
most
that.
popular like games in the literal world.
Yeah.
So like it has one of the most well developed like national competitions. Period. But it's also the epitome of games. It's like
I mean,
it's
Yeah.
I think they're really close. I
Yeah.
just because I'm thinking like looking at it with esports in mind,
Mm-hmm.
where they might not be traditional throw ball, hit ball, catch ball, but you know they're still considered sports.
I
Yeah.
love throw ball, hit ball, catch ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it feels like a great sport. We should try that next to Zeta. See if we can. I think they're close too. So
I would move like at most maybe to the next bump up towards
Yeah.
90 degrees.
yeah.
So I'd say
Do we just need to get it if they're like closer to their region, or only get if they're completely out of their wavelength?
It's if they're on the 4.
Yeah, a
Then
4
if
is a
the-
soul
yep.
read, but anything on either side of that.
Okay. Yeah, I'd say we go a little bit under, just because I think there's more of a dynamic sports
Under-
sense than
under
more
meaning
towards sport,
sports.
you mean?
more
This
towards
time.
sport.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what you were thinking?
That's what I'm thinking.
Just sort of the safer odds is what you're going with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Is that everybody locked in then?
Yes, please.
Okay, well then let's see. Yes.
Oh, damn.
Dang.
Good job,
Yeah,
Team
on-
Cam.
Andre saved you there because you. It's so hard, right? Because you're like, oh, it's a game, but also it's got a lot of respect as a competition.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
much so that I think they're trying to put it into the Olympics
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
again,
Oh.
if it
Oh,
hasn't
really?
already been in. So
That's
it was
awesome.
like I had to sit right on that line.
In my mind, I was like immediately like, oh, 100% game, just slam it. I'm like, wait.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, what is the line? Do sports require physical sort of daring do? Like, what is it that makes like PJ? What is your reasoning as to more sport than game?
Just again, like primarily the prestige and the ability that somebody could watch this televised and understand
Yeah.
it, and also it like when you say you're a grandmaster chess player, that comes with like, oh, you're more than playing the game of chess.
Mhm.
Yeah.
They sell it at the store and it's listed as a game. I
Yeah.
don't find it in the sporting goods section.
I mean, not.
But you
that-
can.
Go ahead.
Can you get scholarships based on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you can get
100%.
scholarships based on non-sports too. Though.
Yeah. For example, esports.
I'm gonna say that lawn chess would probably be found in the sporting section.
That's true.
So
Right. I mean, boxing chess right in, right?
Right.
There's a sport.
Mm.
Oops. Okay, going forward, I feel like I may have done PJ a disservice because I didn't indicate what the center was, because that was just slightly towards sport. So I'm going to put the little needle in the center for you, Andre.
Ah, okay. Sounds good.
All right.
No worry, I was trying to aim for 50% as close as I could, because
It's
like
really-
granularly to 45, like what is even
Yeah.
that?
Is there a length of clue you can give? Like, is it one word or is it?
It shouldn't be like a full sentence. Like, I think last year Heather gave a clue that was like the feeling when you've been sweaty all day and you take off your headphones. And I think if there's like a positive, there shouldn't be punctuation in the phrase. Like, it shouldn't go
Yeah,
that
that's
long, You know
fair.
what I mean?
I mean, you
but-
know me. I'm always cheating.
And there's certainly an elegance to a single word clue like poison or chess, but you could say, you know, your second oldest pair of shoes, just sort of a single object and something describing it.
Evoking a single concept, kind of.
Yeah, exactly. I really like the categories I gave you, Andre.
Oh, these are so hard to choose between.
Our life is in your hands. For your inaugural wavelength round, we're putting you through the paces.
Okay. I'm gonna go with A.
Okay. Let me know when you're ready with your clue. I'll reveal the category.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. So your category is scary animal on the left and nice animal on the right. Now, Andre, what's the clue?
I'm gonna go with wasp.
Can we turn the dial past the horizon line?
Yeah, no joke.
Yeah. Yeah, just
Just all the way, hard left.
real scary. Do not like them.
Hard.
The
all the
only
way?
thing. So, Carrie,
Okay,
the only thing I'm thinking is maybe a little bit further towards nice, just because a wasp can't actively eat you.
Also, there are such things.
Well, except for the murder hornets.
Yeah. And there are such things as honey badgers. So,
Yeah.
like, maybe to the second trough? Or even
Sounds
just
good to me.
the second bump?
I was thinking second trough or second bump. Either one, I'm happy.
Split the difference between second trough and second bump.
Okay. The bell curve of the second
Beautiful.
bump. Yeah.
I love it.
Excellent.
That's
Okay.
ours.
This very scary of all of God's creatures.
Deeply intimidated by the wasp.
Mm-hmm. Bears,
Don't like
hard
'em.
out. Yeah. Sharks, whatever. Wasps.
Here's the
They
thing.
could be anywhere.
Their waists are so narrow. I don't even know what would happen to a kid's belt when they anamorphed into one. That's, I just can't imagine.
Think about those
So,
extra arms that just emerge.
I hadn't even considered the anamorph angle. Brilliant.
Yeah.
All
But
right.
bear in mind also, Andre
Bear in
hadn't.
mind? Yeah, I'm bearing the bear in mind.
Yeah, keep a bear in mind as well. That's another scary animal. I'm sorry, you were gonna say.
Sorry, we're locked in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do we play it safe and just take the nice side, or do we really just go for the scary
Play it
side?
safe. Play it safe.
Play it safe?
Play it safe.
Play it
I
safe.
feel like I'm kind of biased because I listened through the entirety of Magnus Archives in like a month this summer, and there's a wasp's nest in my attic has not left me, so I'm gonna let you guys decide.
Play it safe, Peach.
I think we play it safe. Like if it's
Yeah,
any closer to that edge, they're pretty much on the 4 anyway. So
that's
this is
fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
yeah,
the scariest animal imaginable.
we're playing it safe. We're on the other to more to the nice side.
Okay, so Team Comms thinks that wasps are nice. That's a bold statement. Okay,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
let's find out where it is.
We know wasps watch the show.
Oh no!
Not far, but not close.
Andre is far less scared of wasps than I am.
So I'm a
And
biologist, and I think of wasps in a very arbitrary sense.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
So I was gonna say, if I said I was gonna say honeybee originally, I'm like, oh wait, no, everyone will say that's nice because everyone knows you don't actually need to be afraid of honeybees. But wasps,
Yeah.
mostly, if you just ignore them, only like very small margin of them are actually problematic. And like
Mhm.
everyone's like, well, okay, they're definitely scary. Everyone's worried about them, but more people are worried about being stung by them than actually interacting with them. Whereas like if you come across a bear in the woods, you're like, ha ha ha, am I gonna die?
Yeah.
Bears like
Like a-
polar bears, you just don't come back from. There's a survival bias there.
Yeah.
Right.
We know people who meet bears in the woods are dead.
A
We
month
don't ever
ago, I
think-
would have put it exactly where Andre put it, but I was walking home recently, and there was like a wasp sort of incapacitated on the sidewalk who just got freaked out by my walking by and jumped on my ankle and stung me
Oh my
as I was
gosh.
walking. It was a targeted attack. So I completely understand your logic.
A couple years ago, walking through the ID light rail stop, I on the surface part of it, I came across a honeybee. And probably not a honeybee, but a bee. And she was just sitting on the pavement. And I went, that's not a place where a bee should be. You'll get stepped on. So
A
I
bee
picked her
should
up
be-
on my human hands and held her for 30 minutes while she warmed her body with my heat
Oh my god.
before she flew away. So
Oh.
if you'd said honeybee, I would have been hard right.
Yeah,
that,
same
here.
that was my worry. Is I was about to say honeybee. I was like, ooh, no, that's
Yeah.
not scary enough.
They're
I did
scary
the
to
exact
children.
opposite.
Yeah.
But
where
it's
I
like-
found when we found a bee that was on the sidewalk in the super heat wave that was just like completely like burnt out, and so we
Aw.
scooted it into a pile of water so that it
Yeah.
could start cooling down and getting some moisture.
Oh.
Little baby.
My grandpa used to freeze bees in an ice cube tray and then put them on the driveway and watch them fly away. Anyway, next round, who would like to be the clue giver?
That's a hobby.
He's an interesting man.
I guess yeah, it's where
Does
where
it come
next?
to? It was Andre just went, so I think it's to team. I think Beej, it's to you now.
Yep, please do. Please send it to me.
Okay. Okay.
I'm definitely trying to fit in both the judging of the art challenge, and also we have the plushable, rollable, diceable, settable. Half hour left remaining on that. $6.20, multiples thereof. Contribute to that 600K you've helped raise this shift.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, everybody. And hopefully we'll even be able to fit in some Lego building tonight, since I like to do that every night.
Oh,
Get
yeah,
a little more time to do that in. So
Yeah. Okay. Well, we better start clearing out. You guys need to start this soul reading pretty quick, or we're gonna be playing Wavelength indefinitely.
I forgot. How do we play this? Do we just go till we hit a set number of points?
First to 10 is what
Oh.
the
Okay,
instructions
yeah,
say.
first 10.
So we
Yeah,
can
we
wipe
do
it
need
out
to
in a
start
couple
soul
rounds.
reading.
Lightning
Yeah.
rounds.
It's fine.
We're supposed to be bonded as a Zeta team.
We'll just steal one and then double.
Then why
four, it'll
did
be
you
easy.
split us into teams?
That's a good point.
Yeah, this
I
game
mean,
would
I
be so
guess
much
'cause
easier
it-
if we just had one team.
It does undercut the whole structure of the game. We have done everybody versus Molly before, but I don't like it.
That also
Yeah, I do
doesn't
like it
sound
when it's
nice.
versus
Yeah,
Molly.
yeah,
Yeah.
no.
Okay, there we go. Let me know when you're ready with your category and your clue, and I'll reveal the category.
I see the question in chat. This is not a device that Molly built. Wavelength is a game that you
No.
can purchase, but I don't remember who from.
The website is wavelength.zone, I believe. And I got this on
remember that.
Amazon. Yeah.
B. I'll pick B.
Okay. Option B.
Yep.
Okay.
So hard right. No.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I choose over. I choose over.
Okay. So your category. I keep. Is that ASMR?
Mm.
The category is nobody does it on the left to everybody does it on the right. And Beej, what is your clue?
I have no idea because you've sent me a picture of the closed wavelength board.
Oh, I did. Okay. That's my
Oh,
bad.
yeah, that's actually why I was laughing.
I thought you were following up with that after.
No,
after
I'm
fact.
not that organized.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, everybody look away. I'm
should've
gonna just
just-
flash it at him.
I should have
I-
guessed.
Yeah.
Should've
I mean,
said
just
something.
Oh, it would've
DM
been
me
real fun.
a ratio.
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this setting.
Can I
That's
look
my
again?
bad.
Can we look yet?
Yeah.
Can you look? Okay.
Oh.
There
Okay.
you go. All right. So your category is nobody does it to everybody does it.
Yep. Self-carnal pleasure.
Mm.
I'm assuming that means look.
I mean, if that's the reaction you have to someone announcing that, okay, Andre.
So are we in opposite of wasp zone? So like where the wasp was on the other side,
We
we're
are
gonna go.
scared for sure.
I mean, I guess so. Like, I feel like this is one of those things that, like, people, depending on your background, you're either 100% convinced everybody does this, or you're 100% convinced nobody does this.
Mhm.
And, like, I feel like Beach is a worldly enough person to know that it's not actually either of those extremes, but I
Yeah.
assume that it would be more to the, like, high end. I'm putting a lot of words into saying pretty much I completely agree with you. We want to be in the, like, roughly where the wasp was, but on the other side.
Let's
Roughly
say
where the wasp
4.
was.
No.
The
Sorry.
little-
In terms
Four-
of pips and troughs.
4 pips up from mid.
From mid. Oh,
Straight up.
What?
What?
Wait, so we're going wasp and then 4 pips? Or
No.
mid
Go
and then
straight
4
up
pips?
and then go right 4. There you go.
Oh, okay. There
Sorry,
we
my
go.
preview froze.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Yeah, tell me
I'm
when.
right around there. If you feel good with that, Peach.
I think that's fair enough. I mean, it might be a little more to the left, but I agree with you that it's not going to be a 0-100 thing.
Are you locking that in? Is that you feel good about that? You feel
I
you
am
have
good with that. Yeah.
done a
I'm
bead
good.
read? Okay. Team Cam, over or under?
I argue that we're going to go with the larger side because there's like plenty of folks who either are not interested or are like there's ace folks, there's people who have like religious beliefs, there's people who have weird strange beliefs that aren't religious that have to do with keeping their energy or something. Like there's a lot of folks who seem to abstain from that. And there are also classifications of people who are not yet sexually active, generally speaking. So
That was pretty much exactly my thought.
I'm all in for that.
Yeah.
oh
So you're-
yes, Chad is pointing out that this is not to say that ace folks do not engage unilaterally, do not engage in such activities, just that yeah, it's a spectrum, that's
Yeah.
all.
So does everybody feel comfortable in their answer?
Under.
Wait a second.
Mhm.
It's November.
Mm-hmm. That was part of my calculation.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
That was part of
Alright.
why I'm thinking
Okay.
towards
good.
the nobody does it. Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
Okay.
I thought that was just you remembering that it was November.
Yeah, I was confused.
Like, oh God, I thought it was August. What? When's my birthday again? Okay, so if everybody's locked in,
Yep.
somebody's about to get an education. Who's it going to be?
Random trivia. It was on my mind because I saw Jordan's joke
Oh,
on Dawn Guard earlier yesterday. Whenever.
Wait for
today.
everybody's preview to update.
The joke is 99% of everyone does it, and the other 1% are liars.
You have to remember who your
Oh.
judge is. I think
Yeah.
that's my advice for
That,
Wave.
that was
Ah.
the other coin flip I was thinking about. Like, well, or is
Fair.
the beach just making the?
is it a bit?
Yeah,
We're
is
not
it a-
exactly
Always a
going for
bit.
objective truth here. We're...
Keep
Yeah.
in mind also, I picked the category before I even saw what the splits were.
Yes, he did. And I think he did admirably,
Oh.
given the circumstances. I really threw him under the bus there.
It was great.
Well done. Well done.
You knew that whatever number you saw, you could answer it confidently.
Yeah.
And that you did. Okay, Carrie, have you given a clue yet? Would you like to give a clue?
I certainly can try. I will need another person to take bus though.
I will take it.
All right.
These are hard categories tonight.
Yeah, and there's actually I figured I would save it for if we need like a tiebreaker or something,
Mhm.
but there are difficult categories,
Oh, geez.
like advanced for like
These
people that
categories are hard. There's harder.
you know quite well. Yeah,
Would the-
worst year in history v best year in history.
Would the
Oh,
other
geez.
team be willing to make this the last question?
No, I really think we can come back from this.
Oh yeah.
I mean, if you score a 4, you win, right? Like,
Sure.
Yeah.
Let's think that'll happen. Uh-huh.
Okay, I'm gonna try to remember.
Positivity.
Oh, I'm sorry. As your team captain, I should project more confidence in my compatriots. I'm sorry.
No. We understand. You're giving them a false sense of security so that we can sneak the win.
Yeah.
I
Exactly,
get where you're going.
exactly.
I
That's
get it.
exactly it. Yes,
Yeah, I
sir.
don't know my rosebuds here.
Carrie's up there playing mind games. It's all strategy.
That's what this whole Zeta shift has been about. Is just Carrie slowly working us all over like a Benny Gesserit. Oh my god. It's all coming together now.
I'm going to hide.
Okay.
They know too much.
Okay, I'm gonna send you a picture of the open wavelength board this time.
Okay.
Hopefully that's sent. No, it did not. What the heck, Slack? What kind of fool do you take me for? Okay.
18 minutes remains in that plush rollable dice set. $6.20 or multiples thereof enter you
Is
to
that a
win.
category? Best kind of fool, worst kind of fool?
It would best to worst fool. Most to least foolish is probably in there. I would bet you. Because I'm just gonna move to the back of the pack. We've got hairless to hairy, vapes to doesn't vape, illegal to merely prohibited.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
Normal greeting to weird greeting. It'd be interesting to see Beej at the helm of that one, I tell you what. Let Beej be the arbiter of what is weird and what is
Good
normal.
day, fellow kids.
How do you do, fellow weebs?
I've seen Beach's handshakes. Perfectly normal.
How you doing, Carrie?
Challenged.
Yeah.
This is difficult for me. I have a hard time thinking in this way on this kind of linear scale.
Yeah, it's very spatial.
Mm-hmm.
And I've tried to avoid, except in the case of Beej where it was an emergency, I've tried to avoid such, you can actually get it so that the little 4 pie is off the table. And the 4 is always going to be in there.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
But I've had to reshuffle a couple of times.
I'm gonna go with B.
B.
I
Okay.
think. Yeah.
Let me know when you're ready with your clue.
Bum, bum, bum.
And this is the last round, so we can
Yeah.
conduct the Lego biz.
I think I'm ready to go.
Okay. Your category is unhealthy on the left to healthy on the right. And Carrie, what's the clue?
Fried broccoli.
Wow.
Okay, so here's the problem. Literally just yesterday, I learned that if you chop up broccoli very slightly and you saute it for just a few minutes in oil, it releases the most amount of nutrition out of broccoli, and it's the healthiest way you can eat broccoli.
It is. And honestly, even with deep frying, it won't absorb that much oil,
It's true.
provided that your oil temp is correct.
I'm thinking like fairly high up.
I'm thinking maybe like 65.
Yeah, I'd say maybe a tiny bit more, maybe about in the 70 range.
Okay.
How many pips from the center would you put that then?
4.
4 pips. Like around there?
That maybe a little less than that, or
Maybe
Yeah, I'm thinking less than that because
the trough.
yeah, I like right about there because it's still broccoli, but it is fried. And ooh, now I want tempura broccoli, but
Right?
Now,
But I mean, it's not like straight deep fried butter.
yeah, and then then the question then becomes like, what are Carrie's eating habits?
Hey,
Yeah, does Carrie
unfortunately-
have your secret broccoli knowledge?
Yeah, yeah.
I unfortunately do not know Carrie's eating habits well enough to know that.
Like look at the face of that dinosaur there. I tell you, those are some meat-eating teeth. So maybe
It's true.
broccoli's a bad choice.
Mm.
I think I like their.
Yeah,
I
I think I'm happy.
Okay,
Alright.
locking in.
Yep.
I am confident that the answer is less, and Carrie was attempting to give a contradiction in terms by giving fried broccoli, and it was meant to be like right in the middle.
I was gonna say, tell me about how she cooks. Tell me about all the things that she normally cooks and eats. But frankly, Boomer, I think if you've got the read on this, I'm willing to go with whatever you want to say here.
Yeah.
So you're
So
thinking
it's-
more unhealthy than they've supposed.
Yes, we are thinking to the left of the current setting.
Okay, we good with that? Let's lock that in and find out who's that broccoli.
Oh wow!
Oh.
We
Way-
would
way farther than
destroy
that.
people if we were together.
Yeah, Boomer nailed it on
We've
that.
always-
We must be kept apart.
Yeah, we've
Yeah.
always known this, but yet again, it's evidence to us.
Like,
Yeah,
yes,
I see a speed round in the future of just Carrie and Boomer just reading each other.
yesterday I would have said exactly roughly where this arc is until my wife said like, oh, actually, this is the most healthy way to eat broccoli. I'm like, oh, that's interesting. That's really fun.
Yeah,
fact." And
crazy
then
that you
we
got
had
an
that
applicable
yesterday.
broccoli fact just
Yeah.
within the week.
Mhm.
That was
like-
literally what we had for dinner the other day.
I didn't know you could cram for this game, but here we are.
I know, right?
And to give context, I was thinking of batter fried broccoli.
Mm.
So like
Mm.
it's in batter.
Like
it's
tempura.
not just the broccoli. It's more of a
Yeah.
tempura kind of deal. But I didn't clarify that.
No worries.
Hey, that's the best part of this game is the what is not said, but that you really
It's-
wanted to get through.
Yeah.
It's
Boomer.
truly, it's a game about ambiguity. And
Boomer, our ship name is Kaboom.
I just spotted that, and I'm
Yeah.
excited. Thank you,
Dude.
Constable Crab.
okay,
Do
so we have team names for next time. Beach, how are we doing on time? Do we want to wrap
I
this
think
up?
I would like to wrap it up actually, so we can
Okay.
get Heather can start judging the art
Yeah,
challenge.
I need someone from who's a teammate to help me with that. So it's like a couple of us need to go.
Okay.
I think Matthews is helping me with that.
All right.
Yeah,
Well, that's
so
Wavelength.
and I also need to check and see if we've gotten in any more entries while Wavelength was going on. So
Right.
as soon as I'm ready, Heather, I will get up with you.
Okay.
Beach
Well, then let's rotate the couch. Should we just call it here?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
think Cam's
thank you.
got that.
Thank you, couch friends.
As the captain for Cam, I what's the word? Concede. There we go.
There we go.
I mean, we can definitely play again later. We have a few more days remaining, right? So
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, at least 2 more.
yeah, opportunity to win back. Absolutely.
And I want to shout out briefly this lovely light from Elgato that I got, so I don't have to point
Oh.
all the
Yeah.
book lamps in my house at this board.
That's great.
Thank you so much,
Nice.
Elgato.
Yeah, they've been our overhead cam for our Lego building and stuff, and it's man, I didn't know overhead cameras could be so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not.
Overhead
I mean, I
cameras are
know. I
nice.
think technically that's a sponsored thing or something. I don't know, but
Yeah.
I'm not. I'm personally not sponsored by them, and they should give me things.
Yeah,
There.
I agree.